Welcome to this channel. So I have received many questions from our traditional Chinese martial art friends and Wing Chun friends who have read the Kung Fu 1560s. So the first group of the question is, how come today's Kung Fu or Wing Chun is very different than the 1560s Kung Fu? And the 1560s Kung Fu is describing something which is we can see today in MMA. Well, this is a very tough question to answer. It is tough because how many do you think will like to know the reality that they have go off tracks? So the answer to this question is, for past 100 years, most of traditional Chinese martial art practitioners, even grandmaster, have no idea of the content on General Qi Ji Guang's writing or system or Q model. So we need to face it. And that's the reason why I feel that it is really crucial to translate the chapter 14 and write this Kung Fu 1560s. Because there's the only way we can benefit everybody who practice Kung Fu. And that's the only way to restore what is Kung Fu. For past 100 years, those internal stuff, they are actually misleading by the standard of General Qi Ji Guang. So if you read the book, you know. Okay, that's why many of our friends really surprised. The second question is from Wing Chun friend mostly. On this page 24. So in this page 24 is talk about the General Tang Sun Zhi. Over here it said that long fist art has a variety of momentum changes. This is because there is a large space between fighter. Short strike art has limited momentum variety. This is because there is limited space between fighter. So our friend asked me to elaborate this or illustrate. We need to really careful. Based on that page 24, the saying of General Tang Sun Zhi. And if you not read the book yet, you know that Tang Sun Zhi is a team of General Qi Ji Guang, and he is like a good friend and a good teacher for General Qi Ji Guang too. Even at his time, prior to 1560s, the traditional Chinese martial art have already have the categorizations of long fist art and short strike art. Okay. So General Tang Sun Zhi have write it clearly. Long fist art, you have a much more variety on momentum. The short strike art, you have less variety in momentum, which means long fist art is play in the distance here. So with this distance, because there's a distance is time, distance is space, you always have a time-space relationship. So if you play in this range, you can have much more freedom to have different type of momentum. Okay, kick and those kind of stuff. So that's why I say that in the long fish you have a more variety of momentum. Now, when you get the short strike this close, you don't have much choice, because now your space and time is a constraint there. Okay, and even the mechanics is now constrained, because over here I can generate my momentum with a linear. Okay, and of course in the like gyros and the torquing too. However, when you get into here, it will be heavily rely on torquing. That's why in Shaolin short strike it say that 节转轮坊 the entire body is spinning or torquing. Okay, so at here the space is limited, the time is limited. You need to be really quick, and you need to be able to change. However, your change is constrained by limited space and time versus the long fish. So that's what they it means in that page 24. And also I can add in something. In the 1500, like the probing momentum in the Kung Fu 1560s, the probing momentum, or the Wing Chun salutation, the probing momentum. Those are like our jab today to probe. Okay, and when those are long fish stuff, when you go close to here, in that era of 1500s, the Ming Dynasty, like General Tang Sunzhi and Qi Ji Guang people, they are very good at using their shoulder and their hip. That is the characteristics of the Ming Dynasty short strike. Okay. So in the long fish, you can see that like in the probing momentum. In a short strike, you can see in many examples in the Kung Fu 1500s, 1560, like using the Phoenix elbow. While Phoenix elbow today is, you call it like bong, like in the Wing Chun. But Phoenix elbow never do this. Phoenix elbow always have to get in, be it from here or here. So there is a cord. The 1850s Wing Chun is a cord to that. Okay, Phoenix elbow. Once you get the elbow out, it has to attack, and that has to accord to the General Qi Ji Guang said, no parry, no resistance. You need to get in right away. Okay. So this is how the short strike long fish by evidence. Okay, hopefully my illustration cleared it up for you on the page 24. Now, one thing is, with these two questions, why is it so different today? And the long fish and short strike momentum. You see that today's Kung Fu is insane to put the hand out there. Oh, I want to have the bridge touching bridge. Insane is completely, I really don't know what to say. As what I mentioned the other day, the General Qi Ji Guang's enemy or opponent is Japanese pirate, and Japanese pirate is the Japanese warrior, some of them. And those people train jujitsu, train katana. Just go read in the history. You like today's, you put your hand up there. Are you going to let people handle you right away? So it is really when I face this kind of stuff, it's really speechless. Today, people teaching, oh, I have to use this hand technique, that hand techniques. You see, in all traditional Chinese martial art, if it's not all, it's most. I should say most. You have the like the guy who fights Xi Xiaodong. It's either you go doing this and all. The general Qi Ji Guang chapter 14 is you don't want to parry, you don't want to resist. You just slips in the angle and attack him. If you are in a long fist range, you have more momentum variety change. If you are in a short strike range, you have less, and you have to rely on torque and really high speed operations. And from the long fist, you can change into short strike. From the short strike, you can change into the long fist. Simple, right? It is as what you see today in other martial arts. So this is the tragedy of Kung Fu. Sometimes when I read the ancient classic, I like to ask all the grandmasters in the world, hello, are you guys still doing Kung Fu, or what are you guys doing?